I'm Kieran Poole and welcome to the first part of episode 3 of the Almost Start original series Interpretation. In this episode, we gave a group of dancers just 1 hour to choreograph and perform a dance inspired by non-musical audio given to them on the day they came. This first segment features Bethany Irving choreographing a solo performance performed by Conor Davies. If you would like to see more of them, follow the links below. What was your initial response to the music when you first heard it?
When it first started playing, it was very sci-fi and dystopian, as I said to you, and it sounded very lost because there was just little hints of that piano over the top every now and again surfacing, like it was trying to break out from everything else, and it was like it was being smothered because then the sound would cut out and it would be silent. So rather than breaking through, say, an army of obstacles, it was like it was being suppressed. You could hear it building and building, and then there would be a burst, and then, oh gosh, I've gone too far, and then it would cut out again. But on the most part, it would always be thickening, and even if the music itself wasn't thickening, the suspense was, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. No,
so that's why I had you speeding up and becoming more active and confident in movement as the music went on.
I've got a quote written down that I would like to read, like Quasimodo, plus a lizard, plus a nervous disposition.
It was...
that was your instruction.
It was Quasimodo and a lizard have had a baby together with a nervous disposition.
Oh, right.
So he's their baby and he has a nervous disposition.
So a lizard had a baby with Quasimodo?
Yes.
Right.
So you've got a scaly humpback.
With a nervous disposition. Why the nervous disposition, particularly?
Because the music sounded scared.
You told Conor to take his shirt off and socks off. You did lots of attempts with his clothes on. Why did you then suddenly decide no clothes was better?
When we were making it up, his shirt kept coming up at the beginning when he was upside down, gravity, And you could see all his muscles working to keep him there, and it made it so much more organic and animalistic to be able to see his body working. When he takes it off, it's more primal and it's more combative almost.
Did you choose Conor particularly because he can clearly contort his body very well? Did you pick him deliberately because he can do that?
I asked Conor because we've danced together before, we've created stuff together before, so I know exactly what his limitations are. I know what's injured, I know what's flexible, I know which leg to kick, which way he can turn, I know everything he can do. So it means that I know whatever the music throws at me, I'm not having to think, okay, what can I do with this dancer? It's what can I do with this music? And then I know already how he works. And also I know that he can pick it up.
In a sense then, was today a partnership for you?
Oh yeah, that's what I mean, it was workshop.
It wasn't boss and dancer, choreographer, dancer, it wasn't boss and employee, it was just partnership straight away.
No, I said to you earlier, it's as much your piece as mine.
The dancer, it's usually very helpful to the choreographer if the dancer can give an input so that they have more ideas.
Do you enjoy doing that or not? Because you were saying earlier that you didn't have the creative burden on you.
Yeah.
It would have been easy for you to do nothing and just follow everything she said and put nothing.
I like to choreograph as well, so I like to be able to give a bit of an input so it's more natural in my body if I'm dancing it.
How has today, your experience of what we've done today, affected your view on, or your use of inspiration? The way that you were pretty much forced to be inspired by your surroundings today and a random piece of music that you never heard today.
I loved it. I don't know how it's affected me, but I always like doing experimental things, and when I'm in a room and I've got a typical song on and I'm making up a dance just for fun, the things that I think of are what's unusual. I like mixing it up, so by not having to pick my own music, it's already put me in something that's completely different creatively, and that's so exciting. And then being somewhere that I've never been before, it's like, oh, there's a little nook and cranny I can use. And so yeah.
If you think you had a week to do that, what you just did, do you think it would have been better or worse, more thought through, or less sort of raw? I
think elements have gone both ways. It would have been a lot better choreographed. I'm very sorry about that, because obviously the time restraint meant, all right, we're going to do something roughly like this, and then we're going to do something like this. Maybe call around here for a bit. Whereas if you had a week to do it, then you can listen to the music and you know the song, so you know where the music's going. So you can plan out exactly where to be for everything, and it would have fit the music so much better. But then at the same time, when things become overthought, then it loses so much of the raw, as you said, the passion, and it becomes more robotic. And once your body's used to doing stuff, it loses that push that makes it extra special. So I think I would have liked a day on it so that I could have listened to the song. In fact, that's it. I would have liked to have heard the song in advance so I knew what I was doing before I arrived. And then like a day so that you can really plan out and choreograph carefully. But then it would have all been new to you, so it would have still had the new raw element.
Now Beth, had it been a different dancer, had it not been Conor doing what he did today, would you have still created the same story and character with the lizard and the Quasimodo and the nervous disposition?
It depends on who it was. For example, don't take this the wrong way, but I see you as quite a fragile dancer in a lot of ways. You can do the powerful, but you like the weird, and you're really good at doing fragility. It would have, some elements would have been the same depending. For example, if I did have a big guy, then what's the point in him having someone look so nervous? So I'd have used more boom in the music. I would have done more of that, and there would have been more jumps and athleticism, and not saying that what you did wasn't athletic, because it was, but it was subtly so.
You were very athletic.
But it would have been more powerful, whereas this is more vulnerable.
With the story and the character that you created out of the music, obviously as an audience member, are you hoping that, so if I was to watch the finished piece, that I get the same story and the same character that you've got? Do you think that's possible?
I think elements of it will stay the same universally. For example, the fact that I had all the lights turned out and things made it look really creepy. And I think it doesn't matter who it is, they're always going to see it as creepy. As long as you get something from it, I don't mind what it is, but I think some things will be universal, if that makes sense.
Do you see that as well?
I like people to have their own interpretation on things and take their own ideas on it, because it gives more of a creative aspect to everything. And then I suppose even if you can hear different interpretations from other people, it can open your own mind to more ideas.
Well, thank you very much for coming along and doing tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was Bethany Irving and Conor Davies. I was impressed by how in-depth Bethany went with character development there. Conor really did seem like a creature from another world. If you would like to see more of them, please follow the links below. Also, don't forget to check out the other participants of this experiment and last month's experiment if you haven't yet.